What?
Um, it would be the 23rd.
Okay.
I'll make the motion
All
to
right.
extend to the 23rd.
Okay,
I'll second that.
been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. You're next, ma'am.
Shelby Powers.
Okay.
Second page movie.
Yeah, looks like it.
All right, Shelby, your past due amount is 480.28. So how you want to take care of this?
I was going to pay 620 next Friday, the 24th.
Maybe we should use
Yeah,
that.
trying to get caught up.
So you say it again, you want to pay 620?
620.
Your line low.
Oh,
I thought I had 579.
I've got 579.71.
Shelby Powers, Lincoln Street.
Yeah, did it print different?
Yeah, I don't have that. See what you're looking at. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, my bad. So yeah, your 579 is not 480. 579.
Hello, hold please.
So you want to pay 620 by when?
Hold please.
All right.
Hello?
I'll make a motion that we approve
Yeah, hold on a minute, please.
Shelby Powers an extension until the 24th of October, where she'll pay $620.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
All right. Thanks, Shelby.
All right, you're next.
Okay, this is Larry Matillo.
Uh-huh.
I'm in Lafayette at the hospital with, Courtney has just been introduced to have a baby, so, wasn't able to make the meeting tonight. I just need an extension for the 290 that I owe, till this Wednesday.
Larry, that would be the 22nd, is that correct?
Yes, correct.
All right. I'll make a motion that we extend some grace period to Larry Matillo till the 22nd.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
All right.
Aye. All right, thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
And what did Moore Walker say her amount? She's gonna maybe, I did write it.
Um. It'll be 211.28 because Seed Sowers is giving her 200 for the. So it's 411.28 total, but she's only gonna be responsible for 211.28.
Exactly. Or just Seed Sowers again. I can't remember that guy's name.
What's that?
Who runs that program? Seed Sowers.
Roger.
Roger.
See you. We have the minutes here from the last meeting. Do you guys have any issues with the meeting minutes?
Make a motion and we accept the minutes from the previous meeting.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
I'll make a motion that we approve the disconnects as presented unless somebody else comes in.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
I'll make a motion to close this disconnect hearing and reopen it if we need to.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. We'll call the October meeting to order. This will be a budget adoption meeting first.
So you were. Last, the last meeting gave you the budget. Were there any questions for the questions?
I didn't have any questions for 2026 budget.
Okay,
Good as well.
so I would ask that we approve that and then we need to, I need you each to sign one of these so I can send it to the state. I'll make a mention that we accept the budget for the 2026 year of salvation.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded to accept the 2026 budget. All those in favor say aye. Aye. And I'll entertain a motion to close the adoption meeting for the budget.
I'll make a motion to close the adoption meeting, but
And I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, October minute.
I'll make a motion that we approve the meeting minutes for October.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And motion for claims for September and October.
I'll make a motion that we accept the paid claims for September and October.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. And. And. Before we start, I need to add line item 3 to my. Category for the agenda about a cross-country 5K that Miles and Michelle are wanting to have. So I just need to amend the.
Make a motion that we amend the agenda to include line item 3 under Brian for cross-country 5K.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 I'd like to get amendment 30 to discuss and pass potentially the
Okay,
large business utilities positive resolution ordinance.
Where you want to put that in, Brian?
under number 3 under Mike.
I'll make a motion that we amend the agenda to add a third under Mike for the large business ordinance.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 Next up, UVOs.
Are you guys here for UBO or are you guys here for something different?
Yeah, we're here for letter for property,
Which,
from East Washington.
perfect.
There's-
Watson?
Yeah,
Let's double check it.
223 Washington.
Okay, can you state your name for the record?
my name is Justin Wilson, with Dawson.
Okay, so at the last meeting, we got pictures, the house has been poured down, and there's just a little bit of cleanup to do. Can you guys give us an update on where that's at?
Yeah, we're just working on cleaning up the debris of what's left of the house. That's really all that's going on.
I talked to John Piper and the house is down, and the debris is being cleaned up, so we recommended releasing this one.
And we need to correct where you guys are sending all of these. Luckily, we live in a small town. And they got us the certified letters, so
Okay,
we're sending it to P.O. Box 96. Our utility bill comes to P.O. Box 146, so I don't know who P.O. Box 96 is.
That's also the GIS for your mom's parcel, I don't know where that's connected to.
We've never had any association with P.O. Box 96.
I'll get that corrected, sorry about that.
Yeah, luckily, we live in a small town where this could have been an ugly situation.
Okay. All right. I'll recommend, no, I'll make a motion that we release the 223 Washington from the UBO.
I'll second
been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Okay, next one we'll do, this one should be pretty easy as well, is 306 Warren Street, which is Miss Desar. Who, that has written down. But John talked to her, he got a hold of her. She's in an assisted living facility, so she's no longer there. And she thinks the house is going to go for foreclosure. John recommended that we release the CUBO, have the town go the property if the town is able to, and then lien it and then let that lien become a creditor during the foreclosure.
What's the address?
306 Warren Street. And this is the one, he sent pictures for really the house, he says he thinks the house is probably in good shape, but the property is. That's your last one.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember.
What did you say the name was on this?
It's Mary Desart is who the property owner is, but I believe she has a different last name, and it's not been updated on the property record. Or it's
So we need to release 306.
release 306, but then have the town mow it and then just attach that as a lien to her property.
Now, do we have to specifically say the town to mow, or can we just say like, Kevin mows it?
I'll definitely have to, you can, but I don't know what else you need for tonight, so maybe we do that again.
Yeah. Okay. Jim, you wanna go ahead?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we release 306 Warren Street.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
We'll make a motion that we have the town go ahead and take care of the overgrown yard at 306 Warren Street.
We're good to do that, or do you need to chase it?
That was already on the UBO, and so she has a heads up that that's forfeited too.
I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, last one is 13 Grand Street for Celiosky. I don't think there's really been any significant improvement on the scene. I don't know if anybody else has been by there in the last couple of days.
I've been by there.
16.
I've been by there recently, it has not been crazy. So do we extend it or put a fine?
Fine goes in, it goes in, right?
So the fine can be applied for non-compliance, and if you guys, I don't know if you wanna get bids to clean the property up, or how you guys would like to enforce that, or if you wanna do, enforce the $500 fine and put another $500 fine to be held in abeyance, but we're gonna run out of good weather here soon, I think is part of the other concern.
Yeah, so I think we should go ahead and continue on with the $500 fine that we already did. And then contact them, send them a letter this week saying that the town will take on cleaning it, and then we'll bill them afterwards. And so whatever that bill comes to for the disposal and all that, town hours, and we'll bill them for it. I make that motion.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded, all those in favor say aye.
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 Is that the road that? It's getting. That's.
Sorry, Kevin.
Yeah.
Any more?
Tell me.
Okay. Thank you.
So if you would, you're gonna send that letter, just warn them that, if they wanted to stop that, like stop the town from incurring those costs, by all means, we can give them a couple days to stop it, but
Right,
you see what I'm saying? Like, if we can send them a letter, it allows enough time that they could
get their act.
get their act together, put a stop to that, so they don't incur another bill on top of the $500 fine, that's fine, but yeah, I agree with you, we shouldn't wait too awful long.
Yeah, because I think next month's November, and if they're running up there.
Yeah.
Until spring.
All right,
Next up, Vicky.
Everybody received my email on the holds for the slide.
yes, I did.
Did you receive that? Okay, so these are the options, which is the black, white, which I didn't even ask for a color because I didn't. But anyway, I did print out black and gray. And I know we originally, I felt like you couldn't make a wrong decision whichever way you went. And we kind of thought, okay, let's go black. Matches the fence. However, after printing those pictures out, I'll be honest, I did ask several people along the way. Didn't tell them which one I preferred or anything, what they thought, and they did point to gray. So I thought, okay, they're picking out gray. Why are they picking gray? So I started doing some research, and in that research is what I told you in the email, that black does draw heat, even though it is powder coated, it is still going to draw the heat towards you. So it is going to be hotter. It is going to show water spots and it's going to show dirt tremendously. Also, if there is a scrape or a scratch, it's going to show that underlying galvanized pole underneath it. The gray does reflect light, so it is going to be a cooler to the touch. It does show like puddles of water. It doesn't show like water spots, but like after when there's a whole bunch of group of people going onto the slide, it shows the puddles. So it's a little bit more of a safety issue so they can see water, hopefully not have slips and things like that. If you have a little bit of a scrape, not going to notice it as much because it's going to blend with the gray that is the underneath of that pole.
Yeah, I think.
This is more industrial when you start looking at it. And that was one of the things, like when researching the aquatics and things, that was everyone that I researched. This is industrial. This is aquatic. This is more inviting. This is more of this. And so, we have the gray poles for the canopies that we're repurposing anyway. So we do have that gray in there. A lot of people, like when I was talking to AI, even, the fence doesn't really go necessarily with the coinciding of the pool. It's a boundary that shows you where the pool is. So that shouldn't be necessarily like a consideration that there's going to be other things. So that is where we're at, is they need to get it ordered. And so we're at a point that they need to have a decision made.
One of the things that Caleb pointed out too, that I thought was kind of a benefit for going with gray is, black's gonna fade a lot more than gray.
Yes.
And so just for longevity, that was enough to convince me to go with gray, change my mind to gray. It's longevity. It should last longer before we need to do any maintenance to it.
Well, that makes 5 of us, and the other Brian also looked great.
That's right.
Well, at first, and then we both, I really didn't think there was a wrong decision, but then, like I said, I just kept looking at it every single day, and I'm like, I think there is a wrong decision, and so then I thought I need to research.
Brian, Jim, and Paul all went gray, and Mike.
And Mike,
Right.
okay, so
He seems convicted.
I guess I'm gonna email her back, so I guess I just want,
Whichever is you.
same amount no matter what. So I just wanted the clarity of that. And then I did message in our group message about powder coating the 4 poles. Caleb was flat out honest. He said, Vicky, have Kevin get a price on it out with the town. You don't want to price it through HWC. So that's just something that, we talked about. How much would it cost? Yeah, through MatCon. You don't even want to get a price. He was just flat out honest with me. So, we'll add something else to his plate, to see what it would even
Well,
cost.
they should be done. There is some, they're galvanized, but there's some rust where they was in ran. But I think you can have those sandblasted and the bottom of them sandblasted. We can have it done, Steve, I can get Steve to get it done over the dam. It's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I'm good with going that direction.
Which I found out yesterday that we have to, Matt Con knows this is pole, because they tore one up, taking it out.
I think they tore up 10 that I saw.
Well, that's kind of what I said. Do 3 more and we won't have to worry about it.
But
Just throw them underneath the skid loader.
I think that's all I had for you, is that was the thing that was ready. I am looking at furniture. I need to get into the DNR grant. I don't know what the allotment is for the furniture. It has to be recycled furniture. So Caleb did send me some pictures, like trash cans, benches. The only type of furniture was like Atarac chairs and stuff. So I need to get into that grant and find out what was allotted for furniture, and then propose to you guys what your, what we think is needed and what you, if you guys agree with some of the things that are needed. So that's where I'm at right now, is working on furniture.
I don't know who might have that breakdown of that grant. We had that like on. I don't got it right.
I can get with the
Steve.
Community Foundation
Okay.
with Stephen, see, it's gotta be in there. I might even have a copy of that grant with all the other files we had.
I just don't, like you said, like how much is in it for the chairs. I just don't remember seeing a breakdown of how.
And actually Caleb was supposed to get me that amount too. Because he knew, he's the one that said, hey, Vicky, you're ready to pick out furniture.
Yeah.
Cause that was one of the stipulations in that grant. deal.
Right, no, that's one thing. I don't know is if they actually said,
A dollar
spend this much money doing it. See what I'm saying? I don't know if that, I'm not saying it's not. I don't ever remember seeing that information. But it
Okay.
could be out there.
It could be that I could just
Yeah.
pick a few things and
Right,
do something else with it, yeah.
right.
There's only so much you could do with, I mean, there was like 3 choices of recycled things that we could do, so. I don't know that there should be a lot of money
Right.
that needs to be spent in that area of that rate, so.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
You wanna talk about these change orders, full or
So good now.
potential change orders, I guess? Sure.
Oh, at the doors.
One was installation of drywall in the community room, also familiar with.
Yeah, on the, and what was the cost on that change order?
15,726.99.
So, I was mistaken. I thought earlier that was just for the ceiling insulation.
No, that is for the walls, interior walls.
Yeah, and so the idea behind it is if we're gonna put drywall in that building, we need to be mindful and cognizant of the moisture created in there. And if we're gonna heat, cool in that room, we're gonna create that moisture. So insulating that community room now seems like a better option. Because once that drywall is up on the ceiling, to insulate them, we have to take that drywall down, put insulation there.
Yeah, the ceiling, yeah. And there, like I said, their concern is moisture and mold.
And they down molded.
Going up through that, and there was mold in that building.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and being totally honest, when I first saw that, it seemed pretty high to me, but I mean, it still seems a little.
It's still high.
Still a little high, but it's an R38 insulation though, which
Yeah.
is a good quality insulation. I didn't, and it may say on there, it was fiberglass, pretty sure it is fiberglass.
Yeah, the ceiling is, yes.
So what would be the insulation of the walls? That foam?
That's a big question.
Gonna have to be foam.
We include the vapor barrier, also, metal furnish strips. R12 rigid insulation.
That's usually foam,
Yeah.
yeah, rigid,
Yeah, it'll be a foam board.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that room climate controlled?
well, if we're gonna put AC in, which if you're gonna rent that out, I think we're gonna have some kind of little.
Split unit or
Like a
something.
mini split or something there for AC.
So it hasn't been climate controlled in the past. I mean, you did put a window unit in it.
Yeah,
They did put a window unit, but it's never been insulated. And so the idea was to make it more of a community room. And we want to regulate temperature, a way to regulate temperature in there. I have a question on that too, is like during normal operations, could you see that room being?
It could, yes, that is my idea, like when I went to Waytown, took the kids down there, that room was rented 3 times while I was there.
Yeah.
Because they charged by the hour and then they charged admission fee also to get in. But what it was is those people could go in there and have their birthday cake and open their presents and still go out to the pool, which opens up more party times, because as of right now, you have to wait till the pool closed because you couldn't bring in food because the concession stand, that's how they make their money, that's where they set. So you had nowhere for those people to gather to have their things. So I absolutely see it as hopefully opening up more opportunities that
Yeah.
people rent that room.
I guess I was asking like, during normal operations, no parties or something, like did the town ever utilize that room? Under normal operations where they want it cooled, so during regular business hours, but do you see that happening?
You're gonna, I'm sorry.
Never mind, it's all right. I was just curious if that room's gonna be heated and cooled when it's not being used.
Oh, well, can we turn it off at nighttime?
If you're gonna climate control it, you're gonna want it to stay
At
in a
certain
range.
temperature.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna want to be about 80 in the summer and not below,
Keep it at a little bit.
not below
It's
60
not
in the
being
winter.
on all the time,
Yeah.
so yeah, I would think that would be based off of what temperature you kept it at, as if you were getting ready to rent it out or you weren't ready to out.
I guess, I wouldn't, be in favor of having MatCon, you're going with MatCon's change order on the insulation. Just do it all in one shot instead of having our guys install the walls. We'll just do it all, have them do it all. For the total price, right? 15 something.
Yeah. I'll still work on this door thing a little bit, and you're gonna.
I'll contact you. I'll make a motion that we approve the insulation proposal that MatCon presented.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 And I'll send that over to him after the meeting. And then, yes, I'll also send over a question on steel doors, see if they can give us a price on steel doors. And if you guys come up with another idea that is not wood or steel that you might like better, or could possibly cheaper or whatever, just shoot me an email. Yeah, yeah,
You either with steel or with the fiber.
yeah. I choose steel.
That's a change order for the overall contract, right?
Yes.
There'll be a credit.
So it's, so that puts us at 326,
Okay.
just put it out there. Rounding it off.
Which, and so there's a change order for 15,000, some change there.
Yeah.
But he's also got a credit on there, and I'm not sure, I don't think it's listed on there.
That was the doors.
Right, the $2,200 credit for the doors. So I don't know if that comes off the 15,000 or if he's already done that.
I'm not sure either. It's not real clear.
Yeah, I'll ask about that as well.
And Kay thought that $2,200 was not enough credit
It doesn't seem like it.
for the wood doors.
Right. Yeah, if we weren't building a pool and we say, hey, we don't want steel doors, we want one. Oh, those are $15,000. Wood's expensive, fellas.
Just trade you.
All right. All right, next up, Park Board.
Front of Paul like Rick's Day. Quote for a couple of sets of bleachers to put up at the basketball courts, Miles wanted me to show that to you guys and get your approval to get 2 sets of bleachers. I think it's slightly over the $1,000 that we agreed upon, it's supposed to be 4, maybe you over 4. With the full sets.
For 2 full sets that we said, and so that's for both sets, 3,000 for both sets.
I think it's 4,000, if I remember right.
Okay,
If I got it wrong.
no, it's three
Okay.
something.
Yeah, $3,077.
Okay, yeah.
So here. I'll make a motion that we accept the 3,077.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That's all
Thank
right.
you guys.
Thank you.
Here. I don't know if Miles needs that, but I'll have it, unless you guys can keep that.
No, no, I won't be able to use it. It's only 159 pounds.
That's what I thought.
Next up, Michael.
So we got a second application for payment for the pool. This one, payment amount is $266,430.89. And you gotta pay it, and so need approval on that. That puts us at $502,468.98. What this one, that's what we'll pay.
Well, that's on top of that, yeah, that's what you're saying. That adds up to the 500.
Right.
Gotcha.
That's right. I'll make a motion, we go ahead and pay for the this payment on pool, 266 for.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
We need to agree on a date for you guys to meet, for us to meet for the salaries and benefits for 26. So we can do it anytime in December, but the 15th and 16th, then it's around our party, I think.
So the party's the 12th.
And 12 before December.
I guess. Can we do it before December? Or not?
Sure, yeah. absolutely.
Okay, Jim just asked. I
Yeah.
mean, it doesn't matter to me, I
Yeah,
guess.
no, we can determine that.
Do you guys prefer day of the week?
I guess what you tell us what's available for you and then we'll go from there.
Man. No, that stings a little bit.
Always.
The 13th or 14th, the 21st, 24th.
That's November
Yeah.
13th, 14th.
I'm available 13th or 14th.
I am too.
or the 24th.
Let's do the 24th
Of what?
of November.
How's that look for you, Mike?
You say November, I guess I can do that.
It's a Monday.
It's first day back. Maybe on, but yeah, that's fine. I
Okay,
mean, it's usually that big a deal.
do you want to do it later in the day or midday or
Yeah,
later in the day?
later they would help,
November what?
because that's gonna be first, I've been gone for weeks, so.
Okay,
5:30?
6?
Whatever works.
5:30.
5:30.
Well, we got 5:30.
Yeah.
What's the location of that?
probably here in the conference room.
Yeah.
Oh, that flag for here.
Yes, I need to get that done.
Right.
So. When was this back in? Yeah, April. Ingrid had done her job and come up with a nice ordinance for us to consider for a large utility user deposits. And Amy has done her magic. And I agreed with this, that a large customer would be defined as greater than 24,000 gallons of water or 8,000 kilowatts per month on electric.
Sounds reasonable to me. So we want to amend this ordinance here.
We've approved this ordinance, so this one has not approved. So this, yeah.
I see. I'll make a motion that we approve ordinance 2025, excuse me, -1016. A.
What was the first one? Or did you have a first one?
No, I have one more again for tax abatements.
Were you gonna use that number, the first one?
No, that's okay.
I need to put an ordinance number on the budget. I just happen to remember that.
Okay, just kidding, that will be B.
This one will be,
No, budget will be A,
budget will be A.
large deposits will be B.
Okay. It's all right. Okay, I'll rescind that motion and make a new motion that we approve ordinance number 2025-1016B.
I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
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 So what does that ordinance do?
It defines how we, like a large business, like for instance, TMF was sold. It defines how we calculate the deposit they gotta pay the bank.
Nothing to do with the billing or anything, utility.
Not other than just the deposit. The normal deposits, are covered under different ordinance.
Yeah.
300 and 100.
Yeah.
This would be basically an average of the prior 12 months.
Alright. Was that it for you, Michael?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Christmas parade, did we end up deciding sort of not? Is it gonna be the 6th because that's the only night the choir can come?
So we don't actually require to come, but let me go back to that. Just jump to your next one and then I'll
Okay.
go back to.
In preparation for the senior work day, Michelle had paid to have the senior center pressure washed. And in the case of doing that, the paint is really thin and it almost needs wire brushed top to bottom. So my question is, do you want me to find somebody that could likely sandblast it, or what are our options other than trying to scrub the whole building with a wire brush, I guess? We already did it.
Oh, and that didn't take it off.
Unless we could find somebody with a lot more pressure, I guess. I don't
What kind
know.
of pressure, you say power washer wouldn't take it off?
Yeah, it was 3,000 PSI is what he used.
So she's not sure if they can do either date.
Okay,
So
so we don't know a date yet.
it'll be the 6th or the 7th.
Yeah, it'd be the 6th or 7th. And so also after we get it painted, there's a top trim board that's about 12 or 14 inches wide. We probably need to replace that with vinyl. So I'll try to get some quotes on that and probably new gutters. Part of them are about to fall off.
Yeah.
And then we probably need a new sign for that building. So just something I'm gonna try to get prices for. And what I had added was the cross country. Michelle had sent and she said, would you add to your list of items for tonight, asking permission for a 5K on December 13th? Wabash River Blue Way 5K sponsored by Seeger Cross Country.
Yeah.
They would not cross 28. They would stay on Monroe Street. So basically they're gonna start at the boat ramp, come up to downtown, turn around and go back to the boat ramp. That's what she's projecting. So she just wants to know if it's okay to do that. She didn't give me a time for the 13th. I think it's a Saturday. I'll have to look.
I'll make a motion that we approve the 5K for the Blue Way.
Yep, I'll second that.
All right, we moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. That's all I had.
All right, so Ingrid, you might help me out with my first item. So is the Fair Board contract, do you have that
Yes.
finished up?
Well, so there was one for change from the fair board
I
last
heard
night.
about it. Oh, from last night?
Yeah,
Oh, I maybe not heard of it.
it's an easy one. So what we had done, and I'll explain what it is, and then I'll give this to you guys, and I'll explain the other change that I made. So the change from last night is prior to last night, the premises said that the fairgrounds were to be used for the annual 4-H fair. That was amended to include additional community outreach activities too. So not just during the fair week, it's all year for any other activity. So that was the change from last night. The change from last week was to add a right of first refusal so that in the event the town decides to sell the real estate or they decide to move somewhere else, the town gets first dibs on the building as a third party offer if you wish to own the buildings as well out of the fairgrounds.
I have a dream.
At what price?
At fair market, there's no discount for the town. But we would have to appraise it anyway, and I think that's how that would work. There,
They already own the property. It's not going anywhere. So I guess the building will become ours.
I would say, don't just spit over use that, it's in there now.
Yeah.
Under G, I apologize, it's so easy to find.
I mean, I think somebody at the on Fair Board needs to go to law school. No, I'm just kidding. I'm all right with it. We can get this kind of,
on video, we can just. School in and out.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So.
I understand the second, the first thing you mentioned, right?
That would make sense, the right of first refusal, so basically what would happen is the school terminated it, and, they said, we have this third party offer that's gonna buy the buildings for $100, they wouldn't own the real estate, they would just own the buildings, so the town would have to be involved anyways. The town would have the right to say, I'm gonna buy those buildings for $100, and they can match my third party offer, and then that offer would supersede the prior third party offer.
All right. That was my first one, and then, the second one is, so,
You guys want to-
oh, yeah. You good with
If
it?
you don't have to, yeah, you'll watch, they will only move off that if we were.
No, no, you're.
I think 18 months is long enough to make
Yeah.
that work. So.
Yeah,
What's what's the advantage of doing this? Because
Your insurance would like to have paperwork about who's using your real estate, they're getting a little spicy about it.
yeah. I'll make a motion that we approve the contract for the Fair Board as presented.
I'll second it. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I just want it off the list.
Yeah. So the second part of my agenda here, the county park proposal, so the.
He was a no. He,
Are you voting nay, Jim?
yes, yeah, I think that's ridiculous.
So he's a nay, the other two are ayes.
Jim goes on them.
no.
Vote no. Oh,
So second one, the county commissioner Greenwood, approached me and so the county has an idea that they would like to purchase the parking lot from the Fair Board. It's a novel idea. And they wanted to know if they did this, if the town would consider moving the street that we have that goes into the pig barns. I don't know the name of that street, but is it street named?
Ross Avenue.
Ross Avenue. They would like us to move want to know if we would be willing to move Ross Avenue so where it teed farther north, farther out.
Sheet mark.
No, basically toward the top side, the back side of the pool where that parking lot is there already. So toward the end of the gravel parking lot property, they would close Ross Avenue off, and wanted Ross Avenue to become county property so that the annex and the extension office would all be one property owned by the county, and we would move Ross Avenue. Obviously this is in the preliminary stage, but he asked if I would bring it up to you guys, and see if you guys had any concerns, on a grand scheme, with doing this, and, would the town possibly work with the county on this, or is it gonna be an absolute no from us, and, they shouldn't even waste their time pursuing it?
Well, if you're moving that street, the state's gotta be involved because it's contacting the state highway.
Right,
So you have to have a permit from the state. Anything.
yes, and that was the other thing you mentioned is, getting us to work with,
Another thing too, depending how far north you could kind of move it into the middle of the curve.
right,
So that might be an issue when it comes to the state approving it. I don't know.
yeah.
I'm just thinking, but
Yeah, and he brought both those things up and basically we would have to see with, what's that acronym for the state highway? NDOT. We'd have to work with NDOT on that and work with the county and NDOT on if moving that street is possible. I guess the question would be, do you guys see any reason, like just off the top of your head, on the spot here, any reason that we shouldn't do it? Like, is there a big reason we shouldn't do it? Are you a definite no for some big reason? Gene, Kevin, anybody?
Who's gonna do the road?
$100,000 reasons probably. Yeah, or two.
So it'd be financial, obviously, that was kind of what I was thinking, like, who's gonna,
$100,000 in it easy.
Oh, well, I don't think
Maybe more than that.
any question about that. Yeah, I mean, the time you get it, because the state's gonna have it engineered and all that stuff.
yeah, I think, and one of
As long as
the,
they pay for it.
see, and I think that would be,
That'd be the
that'd be
proposal.
fair, right?
Yeah.
That'd be fair.
If they wanna
pay-
move the street, they can pay for it.
Yeah, and that's kind of, I didn't say that to Craig, but, that's kind of where I was at too. If the county's gonna pay for it,
So the town. owns that
We're talking
ground.
about the street on the west side.
no,
That's all.
No.
That's all county.
it's owned by Fairview.
We're,
You know, we did offer, well, we asked them if they'd accept an offer from the town to purchase it, and they said, no, we don't even want to hear an offer. Which is crazy, because we were gonna offer $7 million for that property,
And now.
but
Yeah, this
I'm
is-
just kidding, we're gonna offer them.
How far does it go? That's a extension of that ditch is.
So right up here that, and basically it's
Yeah.
they're gonna wanna move it clear up to that ditch, which is right next to Russell's.
Clear out there.
That's gonna be that's gonna be where it comes into the pool lane. If that's how far they want it to go, to that end of the property.
Is that gonna affect anything, was it DNR grant, we did it to get the pool?
No, it's not on land.
Yeah.
I mean, just roads.
So he's talking about putting it clear up here. And there's a ditch, a little ditch right there, and
Why do you
then,
want to move that?
Russ.
So that the annex
Yankel lives right
and,
there.
the extension office was
I mean,
all.
I don't have an issue with it if they pay for it,
And
but I don't think the town needs to do
where
it.
Ross Avenue is, we're getting that to
And
them.
I don't know what they think they're gonna gain by closing that street,
Yeah, that's what I'm,
unless they're gonna build a building in the middle of it. So,
So they would be moving it to the north side of the lot of the fair board.
Yeah,
So the fair board would dedicate the town or dedicate the road back to the town?
so it'd be the county, not the fair board.
Well, the fair board owns the real estate.
So he's wanting to buy the real estate from the fair
Okay.
board. And then,
The county would dedicate the right of way back to the town?
yes, and then we would dedicate Ross Avenue's current position to the county.
okay, what's this street
Yeah.
over here called? It's not,
park,
And they would maintain it.
So.
I think they plan on taking the road out.
Ross goes all the way around.
They realize there's a sewer. in it.
And then
And so that's the information
road
Craig wanted to know is like
goes
what
around the
all,
park.
Yeah.
what all would
Is
that
park.
entail.
Yeah.
Now,
I think this is really high level,
Man,
right?
it's like everything pretty low. It's pretty deep. You see that?
Sewer, would the sewer be pretty deep?
I don't, that sewer that's in there, we put it in, it just goes up to the, hog barn, up to the barns. So no, it's not really easy.
So in the interest of time, I'll end that there. I just want to put that out there that they had that idea. So if you guys come up with some
Yeah.
thoughts on that later on, send me an email. Okay.
If they
I'm done.
would agree.
yeah,
Fine.
okay, next up, Amy,
There's some really good ones there for you guys.
okay.
You have grand oil in this.
Everything's been corrected on the leak adjustments?
How much is the total?
I don't know.
One in here for 780.
Some guy tell Larry Snyder, the water is gone.
We'll make a motion, we approve the leak adjustments as presented.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, Andrew,
Okay, so on the surplus property at 702 Warren, I gave Gary the tax sale property that the town received. Sold for $4,800. I got that title work signed and I will have Mr. Gary to send his sales disclosure. For annexation, I have a petition for annexation into the town. So tract 1 is to be 12 acres on the west side of town out by the Williamsport Apartments property that the town owns. But you guys could add into the town really easy if you wanted to. The lot or tracts 2 and 3, I'll give you guys this petition if you don't want to sign it or sign part of it, that's fine. But it's the rest of the falls property and the town sewer plant. That was outside of the town. There's about 70 acres of the falls adjacent property that you might consider putting into the town if you're doing projects out there.
probably should do that.
Not the town batteries, so. I was looking at town batteries over communities. So there's this, Williamsport Apartments has submitted their annexation petition for the 4.5 acres, outside of the town limits. And that'll be heard in November. As well. And so, since we're already doing one, we might as well do the other, in my opinion, but we can do the town stuff whenever you guys are ready. And if it's okay with you guys, I would like permission to reach out to Baker Tilly to start on a fiscal plan, because I think that would reveal quite a bit, at least for the Williamsport apartment portion, what all infrastructure wise needs to go in. I don't think there's gonna be anything out on the fall side. But the town needs to worry about.
I'm good with that.
So, we have to make a motion to annex the apartment ground to.
So that'll be in November, but right now, and I don't even think you necessarily need to make a motion, that's just the petition for annexation that the town would sign to start the annexation process for their 12 acres. And that's set out by the Falls and Super plant.
Which track was it of the falls?
So tract 1 is the 12, and then tracks 2 and 3 are the one out by the Falls / sewer plant.
Oh, tracks 2 and 3. Okay.
Yeah, so
Alright.
tract 2 starts it, so this is the little one. Most adjacent to the falls here, tract 2 is
Okay.
kind of more behind the school.
So on that track too, I just got a quick question. Part of that, what is that subdivision out there, Deer Meadows? Is that Deer Meadows out there? That's kind of behind that. Are those lots that are outlined there? Are those annexed by the town?
3 or not.
3 or not?
3 or not.
Okay.
Should we annex those 3?
If they would have come in at the same time, I can reach out to them, but it would be up to the individual owners at this point in time.
Well, the individual owners, he's an interesting guy.
Is that the ones across from daycare? Which one are you
Yes.
talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Three lots did not get in, I thought the whole thing was annexed.
I don't know. Well, and so part of the school tract too is an annexed in, so I don't know how we've managed to do this, but we're gonna get it fixed.
So my question is like, next, we haven't had a lot of like working with like I.
Steve Richards.
Steve Richard.
Yes. No,
So do we want to include those lots?
It might get his attention. If they're under his name, I guess.
So, the map will load.
There's a question on this annexation.
So I'll show you first. So there's four-ish that are annexed in.
Lots out there didn't get the full done.
Where's the rest of it? You wanna notice that's not annexed in. Right there.
Yes, I didn't think so either.
And so this isn't in, that's not in, and that's not in, but the town owns that 70 acres there that the falls was on.
Just put it all in at once.
Mhm.
That have some good.
Yeah, if he doesn't, let's say that that property owner fights annexation, would that hurt the whole application, the whole petition, or can we remove that?
Slope that's chunked down, which is why, so there's a difference between a super voluntary and a voluntary annexation. This is 100% of the landowners instead of just a majority of the landowners. And this would fix a couple of the problems that we have right away with like falls projects and the Crestline project, which is why these two would make sense. But if you guys want to go back through and do another sweep through later of anything else that needs to come in, happy to do that too.
I think we should do it later. So I don't want to slow up that annexation for the apartment complex.
Once you kind of get one done, the next handful aren't that bad.
Okay.
But I'll get that advertised, kind of a longer legal, but that's where we are.
All right.
And then on that note, I will give you guys this, talking with Warren County Lido, as it relates to annexation. This is a memorandum of understanding with CNH Capital, which is the Crestline developer. That kind of spells out the, expectations for the developer in the town. We don't necessarily need to sign that tonight, but that's kind of where that's at. And I think it's in final and they're ready for the ready application too.
Okay.
So not a full-blown contract, not a formal economic development agreement, but it kind of lays out some markers to hit as they come in and get rezoned and annexed in.
You want to email this to us? Yeah. Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
That might be Joe's copy,
Okay.
and I can email it to you,
Right, thank you.
and you can call me with questions. All right, so with the annexation, or my annexation tax statement, everything starts with an A. So there's their statement of benefits. They've got it corrected. Basically, they added about $500,000 of equipment and with like a tax abatement. Up to you guys to grant it. I did the standard 10-year abatement schedule with a 10% each year depreciating abatement schedule. You guys can change that if you would like to use a different schedule, but that's kind of the cycle that they're on now.
And from last month, I remember Sharon was kind of talking about their process
Mhm.
of acquiring equipment, all that. Did that make sense to you? Like,
Mhm.
so as to why they're non-compliant with a
Mhm.
lot of their, okay.
Yeah, so things break and they just go ahead and replace it instead of asking for an abatement and then replacing it. If they're trying to stay in production, that makes sense to me. And if it's okay with you guys, it's okay on my side.
Okay, so we need a motion to accept the resolution.
Yes, if you guys are okay with that.
And this one will be,
C.
C,
Yes, sir.
okay, I'll make a motion that we accept resolution number 2025-1016 C.
I'll second that.
been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 And then last thing, I have a question on this. I had sent the week insurance program that Monticello did around at the end of the meeting last month. Did you guys want to see a draft of that? Are you guys still looking at that? Are we scrapping it?
I kind of like the idea. We didn't talk about it a whole lot last month, but I like the idea. Had Brian been with you guys had a chance to look at that very much?
I think we ought to try.
I think so too. So what do you think? What's your idea on that as far as in like, what's the next step?
So next step would be to get the program drafted, in my opinion, I think what Monticello did is they had, and this would be up to Amy too, to see how this is going to work mechanically. But do a public meeting before you pass it out, if anybody has questions about it, they can ask questions. And then you might do a slower rollout too, like make it effective, whenever Amy thinks. But not immediately, not like next month kind of thing.
Right.
Right. The new year might be a little bit too soon, but maybe like March or April of next year, and give people time to kind of warm up to the idea. Up to you guys in terms of what you think everybody will
I kind
follow.
of like the idea that, of launching it in the spring. Kind of get through the winter, not catch people off guard, pipe freeze. So that program was last week, sign up.
So this is a mandatory fee. I mean, it's not an option.
So everybody is opted
still
in
optional.
automatically, and then they can opt out.
Is there a cost to each resident? Is it an individual program with another company, like third party company?
No, it would just be on the town side.
We'd be self-insured.
What are the benefits of changing the way that we do the leak adjustments now?
So now, one of the things from our perspective, like we can look at this list where you say that there's water leakage, right? And it's lasted a month and a half. How do we know that guy didn't know that was leaking and just not worry about fixing it, right? Or why is it that we have no ordinance that says somebody can only have 2 leak adjustments a year or 1 leak adjustment a year?
I personally, after listening to the last meeting, and the only thing that I heard you say was, so that way we don't have to sit here and do these at the meeting. Like, it literally took you guys about 2 minutes to look over those and make a decision. It took me 20 minutes to do the adjustments. I don't see any benefits administratively to the way that we do things now.
Well, and I guess the other thing, maybe not administratively, but the town would be recuperating some of the cost of these leak adjustments. Right now that we are not recuperating anything, if we approve a leak adjustment, it's just forgiving a debt. It's forgiving a bill. And this way we're not forgiving the total cost of it.
If it'd be $1 a month, it'd be $800 a month back.
Like, they have to repay something?
No, it would just, they pay a fee every month once they opt out. They pay, say, $1 a month.
Right. I think Monticello's like $1.37 a month.
So if you go $1 a month, it'd be $8.50 a month that we would receive as revenue. Right. And instead of just writing the leak adjustments off, we do that in essence, but
You take
we've
the
got
money
that
from that
revenue coming
bucket
in
and
as
move it
well.
to the other bucket.
So basically, we would be the one insuring that back today.
Yeah.
And if somebody didn't want to pay it, that's fine too. They don't have to pay it.
So they can opt out.
They can opt out if they want to opt out.
I think it would be better on our leak adjustments if you guys are worried about losing the revenue from that instead of forgiving water and sewer like we do on our ordinances. Just forgive sewer, because most of the time, give them an adjustment on the sewer and not the water, make them pay for the water because that water actually did flow through their meter. Our water rates are a little bit lower than our sewer rates. So that way we're not losing out on all of that leak. Just part of it.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but
I know.
they're gonna say, well, why would you forgive one and not the other? If it's the same accident?
Well, I'm not understanding.
Right now, you just water and sewer.
Yeah, no, I understand that part of it. I don't understand your objection to it. And it's mine, I don't understand. I'm just trying to understand what you don't like about it.
I guess financially, from your guys' standpoint, I see the benefit of it, but that's the only.
That's the part you don't like?
It's not something that happens very often. I mean, we do this for our customers. I mean, I could go through and count how many adjustments we do a year. I mean, that's a big cost sometimes for customers, not very often, it's very big. But I just think it's taking away from our residents. I mean, it's not looking out for the best benefits. for them.
$1 a month,
Do what?
$1 a month, or $1.50
I
or
mean,
whatever.
no, it's just another form of insurance, I guess, and you have to sign up for and.
So what is the benefit to the customer then?
So if the customer,
I mean, if they have a leak, what happens?
nothing, their leak would be covered. Just like, it would be adjusted, just like we do now. Now, if they were to decline the coverage, or I want to call it coverage, the fee or whatever you want to call it. If they decline to pay that $1 a month or whatever the bill is, and they have a leak, they would be responsible for paying whatever that leak cost.
The adjustments.
Yeah.
I mean, there would be no adjustment at that.
If they didn't pay that.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, and just, let's just go with Mike's example of $1 a month. The town's still losing money on this month, right? So we had one bill here that was, or one adjustment here was like $780, right? We got one for $200. I mean, right there, we're already over. If we charge $1 a month, we're already over. The town's already losing more money than we'd be taking in, but at least we recuperate some of that money back. Or save some of that money. Yeah, so this one here is $780. I just think it makes from our perspective, it makes it easier to say, well, if they're not on the list and they're not paying, we're not going to do an adjustment. It's that simple. If they're on the list and they're paying, then we'll do the adjustment. I just think it's going to be, it's easier from our perspective, as it's not just like a financial decision, is a real life decision. I don't know what happened to any of these people here. Like, other than they had some kind of extra usage that they weren't ready for. Well, yeah, I mean, it says water line in the bathroom, right? And it's fixed now, but like, does he rent that out? You know, there's not enough information there for us to make this makes sense. We should adjust this, right?
That's what you guys want.
I don't think we need to put more workload on you or anybody else to go find out more information. I think this is kind of the easy button on this, is to say, let's just start an insurance program for it. And the story I heard in Monticello, it went like this, that obviously a much bigger community. So their leak adjustment portion of their meeting went on forever because people would show up. And so there they have to show up and explain their leak adjustment. And one of the councilmen members up there said, this is the same story every month. People tell us what happened. We don't verify, we don't check it. We have nothing to go on but their word, and we approve them all, and it takes 45 minutes of our meeting. And then they rolled this program out so they could do away with that adjustment meeting altogether. And I think on some of theirs, maybe Ingrid may have read it more in depth, but there's still a number of times that they can use that program. So like, I think 3 times a year or something like that. And after that, it's on them. Right. And it's just a way that they could make a more judicial decision on making a leak adjustment or making adjustments.
It's pretty this for billing, because I would assume that you would think our billing software would have something we could put in to charge people that opt into this program on it. What if they don't?
They're gonna opt out. It's not an opt-in, it's an opt-out. So they're automatically gonna be put in.
But then how do we bill them for it?
I don't know, there's gotta be a way to bill it.
Yeah.
On that system.
Our software couldn't do that, couldn't handle that. We need new software.
We'll figure that part out.
And I mean, the other thing to keep in mind too is that improves your credit rateability as when you get ready to do a bond project for water or sewer or other utilities, because you have less water loss revenue. Too, so I mean, there would be some net benefit overall for your water rates.
Well, we're not deciding tonight anyway.
No.
So,
You're not just tossing out there, then it's not just leak forgiveness, there's some lost water.
Someone has to have your spot.
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
We'll make opened up public.
you did.
I just said,
You did.
public comment.
Oh, okay. I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.